Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Attack on Titan. Last time on Attack on Titan, we had Trust. Let's see. We recruited Marlowe and Hitch from the MPs into the Scouts, into the cause. We got some witnesses of how to learn the truth behind the death of Reeves. I don't remember what his first name was, but it was Reeves. I remember that. And we also got Flagle, his son Flagle, on our side. And it honestly feels like we're leading towards revolution. Viva la revolution. And yeah, that was pretty much that. It was a very interesting episode. No Eren, no Historia, but a good amount of Levi kicking ass and making it look just damn sexy. So, yeah. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments. This is also where I say that the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and get to this episode of Attack on Titan. Here we go. Alrighty, that is episode 5. Lot of stuff in that one. Lot of stuff. Oh boy, oh boy. So, was that Frida brushing her hair? Is she still alive? Is she a Titan? Maybe that's why. Maybe she was the Titan that destroyed the church? Is she going to try to eat Eren to gain the power of the coordinate? Who did Eren eat? Because even if he got an injection to become a Titan like Ymir, he still would have had to have eaten someone to become a hybrid. We have a nice little thing about a revolution, and then suddenly we got more questions we gotta answer. Oh my goodness. Well, first off, this is for the revolution. This is not a drink of sorrow like we normally do on Attack on Titan. To the revolution. The military takeover of humanity. Temporary, though. Until they install Historia Rice as the new queen. Man, I gotta know what the fuck Rod is up to. Fucking Rod. He is honestly the most interesting character now. I'm sitting here like, God, I've got to know what this motherfucker is up to. Chain and Eren. That was a good way of chaining him up, you know? Like, I like it's not just that, like, he's cuffed, but also that his hands are wrapped up so he can't even, like, there's no possibility, basically. Like, that's a good way to restrain him, honestly. But why is he, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense why he's just restrained, but why is Historia just there? What is up with Rod? I have to find out what is up with this guy. Oh, man. Most of his family dies, so he goes to Historia. That's gotta be it, that's gotta be it, that he went to Historia as his last heir. But it kind of looks like Frida might be alive. I don't know. The only thing I could think is maybe Frida is the Titan that... Maybe it's not that they were attacked by a Titan, but she turned into a Titan. It makes you wonder if... Like, could a human just eat a Titan hybrid and become a Titan hybrid, you know? Like, if you take, like, Eren, you chop off his hand, saute it, make it all nice, put some cheese around it, make it all nice and good, maybe include a potato or something, and then you eat that, do you then gain Eren's power? Or do you have to devour him whole? I guess that's another question. I guess I'm just wondering, can you skip the injection? Which, the injection, at least right now, is how we know people become Titans. At least right now. Although, does the Beast Titan do that? It's questions! Fucking questions, man. Fucking questions. Okay. Clause 6 of the Charter of Humanity. I like how they brought that up multiple times. First off, they bring it up against Erwin, and then he brings it up against them. I love that. I love throwing it right back in their faces. This, honestly, I joked at the end about, like, oh, Aaron's being held in the old catacombs of Ba Sing Se. This really does feel like we went to Ba Sing Se and we're taking over, We're Azula in this situation, Except we're good? Question mark? We're not sure, though. But yeah, it feels like that. Like there's a puppet king and everything. I love, and you guys gotta tell me who does that one line for King Fritz, because that was hilarious. Because he's always just sitting there. And so I'm just like waiting, like, is he actually gonna say something, or does he not say anything? And then when it's like, I will give what the king has decreed, and it's like, okay, this guy just doesn't fucking talk. He just sits there, and that's what he's paid to do. But then it was like, oh, wake up, you old codger. And he's like, what? Is it time for dinner yet? It's like, oh my gosh, that is so amazing. I do love that. So, okay. I love the test. The test to see if the suspicions were true. And I like, because, while, yes, the scouts will, they'll follow Commander Erwin down to the gates of hell, I like that there was a little bit of hesitation between the rest of them. Like, even Pixis was like, okay, we'll test them, we'll see how it goes, but if they do side with humanity, then, yeah, I will gladly watch Erwin hang, So I like that. The fake news... These fake news of Wall Rose being destroyed. That was very, very clever. And because, yeah, it's pretty simple. It's like, oh, Wall Rose has been... These stupid fucks can't figure out they're being played. But I like that, So the news that, the Armored and Colossal Titans have broken through, I'm like, that wouldn't just happen, Like, that doesn't happen off screen, especially because... Not only, would that not happen off screen, but especially not because we know that it's Reina and Bertolt, So it's like, that wouldn't happen off screen. It's like, they are playing these fucks, and they're falling right for it. And sure enough, so we had, first off, just saying, it's like, no, we're not going to have refugees, because they acknowledge that Erwin's right. If they bring in the refugees, humanity will collapse, basically. Society will break. So yeah, but by doing that, I can never remember the name of the military police commander. I can never remember his name, and I feel so bad because he's an interesting character too. But yeah, I really do like him. And he stood up. He was like, "No, we're not going to abandon humanity." And Pixis says that, and I love also coming out of left field, kind of, sort of. Is Premier Zachary coming back and going against it? Like, no, this is a full military uprising against the government. Like, hell yes. Viva la revolution. Oh, man. That is so cool. And yeah, it was a test. I like that Pixis says, like, look, if you had done the right thing and sided with humanity, I would have gladly watched Erwin go to the gallows, but you did exactly what he said you would, and we have to get rid of you, So I like that. And yeah, the whole thing of like, you'll never get the people on your side and stuff. They always believe in the government. It's like, well, not if we are also the government when we install our beautiful new queen, Our beautiful new 16-year-old queen. Kings and queens have been younger. 16's not that bad. Would she be around 16? I know. Well, she might still be 15, honestly, because I know you guys have told me that pretty much all of our main, characters from the cadets, they were all 15. I doubt too much time has passed. So, I think you guys said the only exception was Reiner, that he was about 17. Which, again, they all look like they should be 17 or 18, and I know that's what I say to justify my gigantic crush on Historia and Mikasa, Like, Hanji is right there, and she is of age, and she's incredible and beautiful, and and so is Levi. Let me just put it out there that, you know what, I will admit, you know, we've had, in case you haven't watched some of my Merlin videos, I've been discovering things about myself for a little while, and definitely Levi is now part of that discovery. And the two of them, they are of age. I should have crushes on them, but if Historia is not just the cutest little thing, damn it. And then Mikasa, I just love how badass she is. But yeah, it's like, I remember some of you guys saying, it's like, yeah, they're 15. It's like, well, that makes this more creepy. Oh well. The good news is, at least they're fictional characters, you know? Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, honestly, it's like, oh, well, our new queen is going to be just this 15-year-old girl. And it's like, that's not bad. Wasn't like King Tut 9, you know? So, and I also, it's interesting how they say, like, oh, well, should we have kept that government, you know, should we have just gone with it because they have more knowledge than us, you know? Because, yeah, the military's kind of taking a big chance. They don't have pretty much any of the secrets. They're just doing what they think is best for humanity. But they don't have all the secrets. And they say, it's like, look, if we kept that government, they would at least know all those secrets. But the thing is, you do have Historia, and that means you have Lord Rice. And Lord Rice is part of that government. He's part of that old government, so it's entirely possible that you can get the secrets from the Rice family, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, at the very least you have Lord Rice. And again, like I said, 15 years old, not the youngest queen humanity in life or fiction has ever had. So, there's at least that, I guess. What else do we got? But yeah, I loved that whole moment with testing them, and then just the full revolution. You know, last episode I was kind of thinking, I was joking about, like, oh, Viva la Revolution. I was like, maybe I'm overblowing that just for the joke. And it's like, oh no, this is a full military uprising and coup, and which, I mean, we kind of already knew that because we knew that we were going to try to install Historia as the queen. Every time I say install, I feel like I'm just like I'm installing something on a computer. Like I'm about to install HistoriaRice.exe on my computer. Yeah. It's a HistoriaRice.exe. It's a VTuber version of Historia. Anyway. I like going to the newspapers and stuff with, deposing King Fritz and everything. I thought that was really cool. And seeing that printing press is really cool. It really does show, like, at what point this world is kind of supposed to be at, you know? Like, this is definitely... And I don't know, because they've never, like, established a year, and we don't know any, like, prior history to the walls and stuff. But it feels like it's supposed to be, like, you know... I would assume Renaissance-ish, maybe a little after the... Well, maybe... When was the printing press invented? I should know this. I have a bachelor's degree in history. I don't know this shit, though. It feels like it could be sometime, like, Renaissance or maybe afterwards. Maybe a bit closer, you know, especially because, you know, they have, you know, guns and gunpowder and all that stuff. So it'd probably be more towards... I suppose more towards colonial times, honestly. Yeah, printing press, gunpowder, and some of the attire as well, like, you know, the jackets and stuff, that would work a bit more than Renaissance. Yeah, originally I said medieval when we first started the show, but yeah, probably sometime more colonial is where I would put this show, which I love that, you know? I love that that's actually, you know, the time period. It's not like, oh, well... here's this modern thing. Like, no, I really like that the sort of era-ish that this show has decided to work in, and definitely the printing press is part of that. So I like that, showing, you know, Hanji bringing the newspaper with, like, here's how the coup worked and everything, and they're all, like, you know, scrunched together trying to read it and stuff. So I love that. And yeah, new monarch. We will bring forth the reign of Queen Historia Rice, the first of her name. I'm so ready for that. I just love Historia. She's so fucking cute. You know, everything I say that I love about Historia is exactly the same things that Ymir probably says, now that I think about it. Like that's probably the same thing. She's probably looking at Historia and being like, you are the cutest fucking thing. And you just want to give this girl a hug, you know? She's so damn cute. And that's exactly what Ymir thought. That's probably what Rhina thought too, now that let's all be honest here. I wrote down selfish, ? I thought that was a very interesting conversation with Premier Zachary, that, you know, it's like, okay, was this the right thing to do? And they both sort of figure out, it's like, look, we did this. Let's be fair, one of the reasons we did this was because it meant we would be able to live, you know? He even says, like, look, you want to see humanity's future. Like, you want humanity to have a future, but you want to see it. That's why you did this. I thought that was a very interesting conversation, you know, because it's like, yeah, even though it's like, oh, yes, we're going against the corrupt government that's been keeping secrets and was about to basically commit genocide and just leave half of humanity to die, you know? So, on the one hand, it's like, well, no, this is for a good cause. This is for the sake of humanity. This is for other people. But at the same time, yeah, it is sort of, you know, it is sort of about self-preservation as well. Like, that is sort of another motive you have to keep in mind. I also love the conversation, you know, Premier Zachary saying, oh, well, I hated those fucks anyway. If you weren't going to do it, I was probably going to try to get rid of them before my life ended. Like, what? Okay, I guess. Interesting. You know, learn something about you there, Zachary. So, yeah. So that was pretty interesting. Just that whole conversation, you know? That was really cool. And then, yeah, we had the whole thing of, it seems like Historia is Rod's final heir, basically, because she wouldn't have been in that church with, you know, all the legitimate children of Lord Rice. She was on that farm, but after pretty much all of them died, meaning that Rod Rice, the true king, was left without an heir. That's why he went for Historia. So, which also doubles down on, you know, why did he send her to the cadets? You know, even though it's a risk sending her to the cadets, she could end up, you know, dying out there, you know, to a Titan or something. He sent her because that would keep his final heir alive, you know? So, that was pretty interesting. And then, yeah, we have the whole thing of the hybrid. How did Eren get his powers of hybrid, you know? And the thing is, as far as we know, the first time he transformed into Buffered was at Trost. So I don't think like he ate. I don't think he ate part of a hybrid there. So yeah, there's a bit more I think that we need to learn about how Eren got his powers. Which, I mean, to be fair, we still don't know. We don't know how anyone got their powers except Ymir. She was the only one where we got a flashback where we saw she got the injection, wandered the globe for 60 years, ate a dude, then ran to a desert, and then got out, and then she was naked in the desert, but she was a hybrid. She was Joe. So, yeah. So we need more explanation. I mean, if we would go find fucking Dr. Jaeger, he's fucking out there somewhere. We gotta go find him and be like, dude, the fuck, you know? Find him, get to that goddamn cellar already. God damn it all. But that's pretty much it. Great episode, really, really enjoyed it, and I am so interested to see where we're going. I just realized that the cover of this Blu-ray is Eren being imprisoned. Yeah, that's it. Though it seems like we also have Levi here. So Levi finds him. Big whoop. And then those look like guns, so maybe Kenny. I shouldn't look at this for speculation. I avoid looking at the back, and which is good because I actually did notice. Like, I do my best not to look at the backs of these Blu-rays because they do have spoilers. My latest Doctor Who Blu-ray is evidence of that. This one also says, to be the rightful queen. And it's like, what? And I just was like, I can't look at that. So, yeah. Also, this is what I'm propping my Blu-rays up on now. This little tiger dude with... He's got, like, nice... He's got sick-ass hair, man. And with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Attack on Titan reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.